You have new details this morning about the man who police say killed a woman on the subway by setting her on fire.
Police say he's an undocumented immigrant who previously was deported in 2018 but found his way back to the city. Good Day's Briella Tomasetti. She is live in downtown Brooklyn with more on this horrific story. Briella.
A horrific story, Tashani and Tina. Good morning to both of you, and especially one to report on Christmas Eve. The MTA, though, credits newly installed surveillance cameras on every train car for leading to that suspect's arrest so quickly. Also crediting 3 teenagers for calling the cops when they recognized photos of that man. His name is Sebastian Zapata. He is a 33-year-old Guatemalan migrant who allegedly entered the United States not once but twice illegally.
Mira, ¿por qué hiciste? ¿Por qué poniste fuego a la mujer?
33-year-old Sebastian Zapata was escorted out of the NYPD 60th precinct yesterday in a white Tyvek suit and handcuffs. He has been charged with first and second-degree murder plus arson after allegedly setting a woman on fire aboard a Brooklyn F train over the weekend and then watching her burn. The NYPD calling it one of the most depraved crimes the department has ever seen. According to a spokesperson for U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, Zapata is an undocumented immigrant from Guatemala. As I mentioned, officials say he first entered the country illegally back in 2018. Zapata was spotted by Border Patrol agents in Arizona and deported back to his home country. At some point, he snuck back into the U.S. His last known address is a men's shelter in Brooklyn. According to the NYPD, Zapata calmly walked up to a woman who was seated on the train Sunday morning after it stopped at the end of the line in Coney Island, setting her on fire with his lighter, getting off the train, and then watching the horror unfold from a nearby bench. The victim, who has yet to be ID'd by police, died at the scene from her injuries. Responding officers captured these images of Zapata on their body-worn cameras. Just hours later, he was taken into custody on another F train at the Herald Square station in Manhattan after 3 teenagers recognized his photos and called 911. Brooklyn DA Eric Gonzalez released a statement in response to his arrest, reading, "The depravity of this horrific crime is beyond comprehension, and my office is committed to bringing the perpetrator to justice. This gruesome and senseless act of violence against a vulnerable woman will be met with the most serious consequences." Now, it's unclear at this point if Zapata has an attorney, but federal officials say they will file a request to have him turned over to ICE after this criminal case here against him is over in New York. He could be arraigned as early as this morning. Again, it's Christmas Eve, so things close on the earlier side. We will be watching the situation incredibly closely. But for now, that's the very latest live here in downtown Brooklyn. Tina and Tashani, back to you.
We know you will, Briella. Thank you for that report.